up, everybody? This is the morning cocktail for game day, Sunday, Saints at Falcons, and we're going to be playing for a playoff spot. So I'm live here. Thanks for everyone that's checking in, joining us. Big favor from you guys. The thing I get asked all the time, what's the thing that helps us develop the podcast the most, what helps us grow? And by far, every like matters. So like this, smash the like button, please subscribe, share it. Those are the biggest things that help us grow, and really appreciate all the patrons out there. If you're not a patron yet, check out saintshappyhour.com, where you can find a lot of our stuff. We have a subscription-based platform where you can get into our Discord channel. About 250 diehard Saints fans that chat in there all the time. It's awesome. And so please, again, smash the like button, share, and subscribe. That's a huge help for us. All right, here we are. Game day, Sunday, Saints at Falcons. Obviously, we need to win. We have to win this game. We also have to hope that the Rams beat the 49ers. So that's another big one. I am interested in hearing your thoughts on the game. So if you want to comment below, let me know what you think the score is going to be in this game. I'd be curious to hear your thoughts, how you're feeling this morning going into it. Personally, look, the matchup is clear. When the Falcons have the ball, I look at it like this. And I picked the Saints, by the way. I picked them to lose this game 23-20. I know that's going to make a lot of you guys mad with me. But most of our show, so Dave, Ralph, and Kevin, they all picked the Saints to win. But I think we all see it similarly in that it's going to be a low-scoring game. The over-under is 40, and everyone that I've talked to is picking the under. And that's just a reality of how the Saints games have been going the last few weeks. They're not giving up many points. They're not scoring many points. Matt says time for alcohol. We're calling this quick show morning cocktail. So, whether it's a Bloody Mary or anything like that. CK, you're thinking 20-17 Saints. Yeah, so that would be the under. That would fall into the 40 and under. So anyway, everyone I've talked to is picking the under here. So if you want to bet, I would recommend you do that. I would be stunned to see the scoring go over 40, unless the Falcons kind of wave the white flag. But I don't see that happening. I think the Falcons are going to give the Saints their best shot. Matt thinks it's going to be 19-6 Saints. That would be great. If the Saints can hold the Falcons to 6, then I feel really good about this game. So anyway, when the Falcons have the ball, I see this really clearly. Kyle Pitts and Cordarrelle Patterson. And I'm not even worried about Patterson in terms of running the football. Alan says that Taysom is a Falcon killer. He has been. He's had great success against the Falcons. 2-0 as a starter, and he'll look to go 3-0. Good morning to you guys. Thanks for joining. I appreciate you guys being live with me. I see clearly that those are the two guys to stop. And Sean Payton says this all the time. You can't let their best players beat you. And their best players are Kyle Pitts and Patterson. Good morning, Jerry. Thanks for being on. You've been on a couple of times now. I appreciate you supporting. I think it's clear. It's really throwing Patterson out of the backfield that concerns me. So that's where Quan Alexander, Demario Davis, maybe Malcolm Jenkins or Chauncey Gardner-Johnson in some instances, based on the defense that they employ, that's what they're going to have to watch out for. And I remember they will line him up out wide as well. And he beat Adebo on that deep ball. So they have matched him up against corners and will go after corners with him. So I think the Saints just have to pay very particular attention to where he's lined up on the field. And again, the famous quote from Sean Payton, which if you watch the Super Bowl video, you hear him say it against Dwight Clark and the Colts in the Super Bowl. And he just says flat out, we cannot allow their best player to beat us. So again, I trust the Saints to control the line of scrimmage. I'm not worried about Atlanta running the football with Patterson, but it's when Atlanta's throwing, you have got to account for him at all times. So with Pitts, it's going to be interesting to see how he moves. He's listed as questionable. I think he'll play. He's got a hamstring issue. I'm hoping that limits his mobility a little bit. The Saints did a really good job of bottling him up the first time these two teams played. And so hopefully Malcolm Jenkins will be up to the task. And, with Pitts, I'm less worried. When the Saints have the football, look, it's hopefully the two guys, by the way, that are questionable here, Davenport and Ramczyk. If we can get both of those guys, obviously that's critical. I expect them both to play. I expect Davenport to play. He rolled his ankle last week. He was able to finish that game. He was limited in practice on Friday after missing earlier in the week. Jason's picking the over. Jason Champagne says 30-13 Saints. So that would be 43. You would lose that bet, but hey, if the Saints offense scores 30 points, I'll be stunned, and sign me up for that. Um, Interesting. Matt says the Broncos may be going for Pete Carmichael now that the Vic Fangio has been fired. I did not know that. I did not see that. So that's going to be interesting to see. Yeah, Cam Akers is back today, which will be good, hopefully, for the Rams. I can't believe I'm rooting for the Rams. That feels disgusting. Let's do this one time and then never do it again, okay? Let's just pretend it never happened. Let's root for the Rams. As soon as the game's over, hopefully they win, Saints win, and then let's just, Men in Black, zap it from our memory like it never happened, because that is going to feel a little bit disgusting. I have to be honest with you guys about a situation I've got today. My son has a basketball game. I'm a head coach for his basketball team. And, of course, I look at the schedule and see how it's going to conflict with regular season games. And so I'm on the East Coast, and when the time was 5:55, I was like, Saints are 1 o'clock kickoff. No problem. Great. Until it got flexed to 4:30. So after I finish this, I'm going to have a tough decision. I'm really going to have to think about, do I just go fully dark and just tell people, hey, Chris, what's up? My high school buddy. Do not text. Well, I don't know yet. I'm trying to decide if I just go completely dark, shut off my phone. My dad will be at the basketball game. Obviously, my son will be and my wife will be. So it's going to have to be a group effort. We're all going to have to shut down all electronics and then come back and hit play, record the game, come back and from the spot that we left, which I'm guessing I'll have to leave about halftime. Or do I just accept that the news is going to find me? And because I have a feeling at the basketball game, someone's going to be like, hey, sorry about the Saints after the game or something like that. I'm worried it's going to land on me. So maybe I just find out the news and then watch the game later. I don't know. After I finish this, I'm going to think about how I navigate that. But anyway, I am feeling pretty good. I know I picked the Saints to lose earlier in the week, but I just think this means so much. One thing actually that makes me feel, Matt says Carolina. Look, if Carolina signs Bill O'Brien, they deserve everything they get. Or was it Carolina? I think it was another team. I think Carolina's sticking with Matt Rule. But the fact that anyone would hire Bill O'Brien and that he would get a job is just it's hysterical to me. I don't know. When you look at his decisions in the front office and the trades that he made, how could you ever justify that? I'll never get it. Oh, sorry, for offensive coordinator. Well, look, hey, Joe Brady was supposed to be the savior until he wasn't. So I'm all for it. I'd be fine with that. But no, look, I think with this game today, I can't talk about the Rams and 49ers too much. Whatever happens, happens. I'm not going to focus. Obviously, I'm going to pay attention to the score. But, I mean, look, the Rams are either a fraud and I can continue hating them, or they win a game at home that they're supposed to win. To be a Super Bowl contender, they have to win that game. So we'll find out how serious they are about winning the Super Bowl if they can win that game. And I hope they do. With the Saints, it's interesting. I'll be honest. I've been thinking a lot about this whole, obviously I want the Saints to go to the playoffs, even if they lose in the playoffs. To me, I don't want the season to end today. If it's over today, then there's no Saints next week. And I just love it so much. And I'm so passionate about having another game that's really I just want the season to keep going. And so that's why I really want them to win today. But the accomplishment of making the playoffs, given what they are up against this year, would just be remarkable and spectacular. So anyway, drop me some more comments. We got 23 people live right now, which is awesome. That's the most we've had so far on day 3. But I'd be interested in hearing your score prediction on the Saints and Falcons. The bottom line is offensively, it's been a tough road for the Saints really all year. And that's the big question. Can they put up points without turning the football over? That's always kind of the difficulty in, hey, you want to trust your defense. So whatever you do, don't turn it over. That means don't take risks, but the offense isn't moving the football or putting up points. And that's a problem too. So that's always been the dichotomy and the difficult thing to navigate this year for Sean Payton. And so, I don't know how this offense is going to do. Smash that like button, Jason. But yeah, I do think the Saints hopefully can score at least 20. It's really going to come down to how the Saints run the football. I think it starts there. Obviously, Taysom will be able to make plays happen with his legs and improvise. I'm not really talking about that. I'm talking about handing the football off to Alvin Kamara and Tony Jones, since Ingram's probably not going to play. And it's really about, can they win on 1st and 10 at the line of scrimmage? Can they get 4 yards there? Can they get a 5-yard run? I mean, that's going to be most critical. Daniel likes the Saints 16-13, and he's picking the Rams 30-26. Man, that would be a terrifying Sunday. I mean, that my heart would just be, I don't know if I would survive that. I would take some years off my life. I'll take it. But that's 2 one-score games. Hopefully they both end up in our favor. But yeah, that would be nuts. That would be a crazy day. But yeah, listen, I think with the Saints offensively, it's going to be about running the football. I am happy that Traquan Smith is playing. As bad as the receivers are, I think it's one of those things where Chris says, please don't let Morstead run an onside kick against the Saints. Yeah, ambush deuce. That would be. I don't think the Falcons have the creativity for that. At least I hope not. Sean Payton would definitely do that if he was the coach of the Falcons. But I don't know that Morstead is going to do that. So look, yeah, hopefully this isn't it. Hopefully this isn't it. Hopefully we have another game. But I'm prepared for that. That's the risk today, is that the Saints lose, or that the 49ers win. Either way, that would end our season. So hoping for the best. But the Saints are absolutely capable. Look, offensively, I think Traquan Smith getting back is important. And I don't say that because I think he's a great receiver, but at least that gives you Deontay, Callaway, and Traquan. And I think those 3 have been the most productive, if you can even use that word, for the Saints receiving core. And what that means is you don't have to play Kenny Stills as much. You don't have to play Kevin White. You don't have to play little Jordan Humphrey as much. And I just think you need everything in your arsenal here. So, look, the Falcons defensively are bad. Bad secondary, bad stopping the run, no pass rush. They don't really create turnovers. So if there was a day to take a little bit more risk and get after it, this is it. The one thing I will say is Kamara has come out and said that the Saints have had a fantastic week of practice, one of their best of the year. And that's really important to hear that. Avery has the Saints winning 21-17. Yeah, see, we're all kind of picking under 40. We all see this as a low-scoring, one-score game, and I think it could go either way. Interestingly, the first time these two teams played, it was 27-25. So the scoring was actually over 50, and the offenses were able to move the ball a little bit. And look, I think if the Saints are playing much better defense right now, if they put up 25 points, that'll be enough for sure. But we'll see how it goes. This is it. Game day, baby. Who dat? Thanks for joining us. Check us out again. Smash the like button, subscribe, share, please. Really appreciate everything you guys do for the show. And obviously, we'll have a recap tonight. I don't know if I'll be on that because I'll probably still be watching the game when Ralph is recording the post-game thoughts. But my internet's back. My power's back. I'm good to go. So who dat, Chris? And yeah, good luck to you guys as well. Enjoy the game. And I hope that I see you guys on Monday night for the big show. We'll be recording. That'll be live on Twitch. And very hopeful that we'll be not only talking about how great it was, but looking forward to the playoffs next weekend. Who dat? Thank you guys.